Hey all, Cohen here. So I just wanted to do a video. Sorry. I was going to do a video on the weekend. However, um, I'm just getting over being sick for the last couple weeks, so I decided not to do it. And don't really have too much information to share, but I did want to update. I had my consult with Dr. Chang, who will be my microsurgeon, this past Friday, and it went well. We chit-chatted about everything. He was my microsurgeon when I had stage 1, when Dr. Safer was still working with the Crane Center. So that's great that it's the same person who was my microsurgeon stage 1, and also Dr. Safer was the person who started off my surgery as well. So that makes me feel good. So what happened was I wasn't getting a call about booking in with him. So I had contacted Dr. Safer's office to someone else besides the PA that I was given contact for, because the PA had not messaged me back or responded to my emails. So I messaged someone else at the office. They were able to contact Dr. Chang's office, and the Monday before my consult, I got a phone call. They booked me in for the Friday. So I had my consult. And when I talked to Dr. Chang, we went through everything. One thing I will say, if anybody is from Canada, specifically Ontario, and you use OHIP, just so you know, with any surgeons, from my experience and other persons that I've spoken to, OHIP pays the full amount for your surgery, and that money is given directly to your surgeon's office. And so if you're going through surgery, I've had this happen to me, where the anesthesiologist works for the hospital. I've gotten messages saying that I have not paid the anesthesiologist and telling me the amount that I owe. In that case, I emailed them back and I let them know that it was paid for by my provincial insurance, and that the money went to Dr. Crane's office, and that they would have to contact Dr. Crane's office, and get that sorted out, because OHIP pays the full amount. It doesn't go a portion to Crane, a portion to the anesthesiologist or other people involved, like the microsurgeon that Dr. Safer uses is at Kind and Chang surgical clinic. So when we talked, he had mentioned that he didn't have any information about the funding payment. And I said that the funding has already been secured, it's approved, and the day that the surgery happens is when the surgery is paid for. It is paid all out to the surgical clinic that I am with. And then from there, the anesthesiologist or the microsurgeon or anybody else who is not directly connected to the surgery clinic that I'm using will be paid from that, because I guess most private insurances or insurances that are used in the States, it's divvied, like it's given out individually, from my understanding, whereas with OHIP funding for Ontario, that is not how it works. So if you ever get a message saying that you owe for an anesthesiologist or something, don't stress. Message them back, let them know that they should contact the surgeon's office that you are with and talk to them about it, because OHIP does pay for the full amount, and the full amount does get sent. It's just a matter of when it's dispersed between the people, which is not OHIP's job. I've never had to pay for anything where they've said you haven't paid. It's all been taken care of. And I let Dr. Chang know that as well. I said, I've had many surgeries now for phalloplasty and have had to deal with this funding, and there has never been a time where somebody has not been paid or where I've had to go pay for it. So it will be taken care of, and if you contact Dr. Safer's office, then that can all be sorted out easy peasy. Another thing was that for some reason my files regarding my previous surgeries, including photos and everything that went on in all of the conversations and everything between me and my surgeons over the last 4.5 years, almost 5 now. That I signed the medical release for, but it was never sent over to Chang's office. So I let them know that they have it. I've signed the release. They could request it. But I also contacted Dr. Safer's office and let them know that Chang didn't have it and would need to have a copy sent so that he would have more information than just what I and him discussed. We went over my consult with Dr. Safer and what was supposed to be happening. So it was easy enough because we both knew what was going to roughly be happening. So then when we talked about it a little bit more in depth, he was able to understand and be like, oh yeah, like, I got it. Like, I understand exactly what's going on. So at this point, I should be able to book. I did contact, the PA that I'm supposed to deal with, and I haven't heard back yet. I said, like, hey, had my consult. It wasn't this past Friday, it was the Friday prior, I should mention, because this past Friday I had a vascular scan for something else. So I have a consult almost every Friday this month for something medical. So yeah, if I'm a little not specifically correct on the date, but yeah, it was not this past Friday, the Friday before. So this past week I had emailed the office and just said, hey, like, I'm ready to book. Chang says all good, just needs to get the files from you so that he has more information. I'm not available until September to come for surgery, so that gives him enough time to go over everything. I just need to book now. Never heard back. So today I emailed the person that I had talked to originally, who I had dealt with when I first started talking to Safer's office, and then the person that I talked to get somebody at Chang's office to call so I could book in my consult. I emailed them back and I said, hey, I had my consult. Chang needs the information sent over, my files and everything, so that he can go through everything a little bit more in depth. I said that I have not heard back from the PA. It's been a month since I've talked to the PA that was assigned to me. We had an email, and then I think it was like the next day we talked over the phone. I was told I could email and call or text whenever, and they would get back to me. At this point in time, there have been 5 emails sent to which I have not gotten any responses to, and I had stated that. I said that in the nicest way possible. I'm not trying to be rude to anybody, but Dr. Safer knows exactly everything that I've been through. He knows that I'm coming up on 5 years from starting phalloplasty. By the time that I get to you guys in September, it'll almost be 2 years since I had my last surgery. I've had a lot of things mess up by my GP's office. I've had to wait for things. I've had to wait for other people. And at the end of the day, when I was with Crane Clinic, or Crane Center, my last surgery dealing with the PAs was a nightmare. The surgery before that was sort of getting to that point. Before that, I had really good PAs. I had one particular that was amazing. He left to pursue other things, and awesome for him. I just missed him because I was hoping that I'd be done my surgery, and the connection and way that we conversed and how attentive he was great. So I said, it worries me a bit that I can't get messages back. And with this being a revision surgery, I want it to be my last surgery. I want to be done. I don't want any more going on. I would like to have limited stress and things like that. And coming home, I don't have a lot of care, so it worries me that if I go, like, when I go through surgery, if the PA is not going to be responding to me in a timely manner, that's going to cause undue stress and issues for me, and I don't That doesn't make me feel comfortable. So I just wanted to bring that up now and, mention that. And I said, like, I apologize for having to email you. I know that you aren't necessarily the person taking care of me, but I just wanted to bring these things up, and I would like to book my surgery. I'd like to get like an email, a call, something so that I can book my surgery. I'd like to book for September because that's the soonest I can come in now with everything that's been thrown up in the air and lost or whatever. All the crud. I should have had surgery in February. If I would have been notified by my doctor in time, I could have either went in end of February or March. I could be done by now. And so I'm just, I'm ready to be done. And I just want things to go smoothly, and I want to make sure that all my ducks are in a row. I need to situate travel. I need to situate accommodation. I need to get all my medical stuff. I need to get any tests done that I need to get done. I'll need to get prescriptions filled. I need to make sure that my caregiver is available. I need to make sure that I have someone, or maybe one or two people, that are able to help out my wife and son while I'm gone. And I know a lot of people have those things to go through. In my family, we have one car. I drive. I have my license. My wife does not. We couldn't afford two cars, even if she could drive. So, as I don't work, I drive my wife to work and pick her up every day. So I literally need somebody that can do that for me. And my mom and my in-laws have helped out with that in the past, but it does need to be so that it lines up for everybody. And then my caregiver is my father, and that needs to line up as well. So the next time that everybody's available is September. And I would like to have that all sorted and situated so that I don't have to stress beforehand, and I don't have to run around and get all that done. And just any undue stress or anxiety or panic or anything like that. I've mentioned in the past, I have severe anxiety, severe panic, severe depression. I have mild OCD, and I have agoraphobia, and I think I'm leaving out something else. But at the end of the day, I've been pushing through all this for the last 5 years, and I just need to be done, and I need to know that I'm going to be, taken care of in a timely manner if need be, because in past there have been times where people have dropped the ball, and majority of that has been my GP. So I need to make sure that I have a really good connection with my personal assistant, or with the personal assistant that I'm being given with the surgery clinic, because once I come home, I am literally on my own. The only thing that I can do is get myself into wound care as soon as possible when I can get home, just so I have somebody to help take care of me who knows how to deal with healing wounds and things like that, so that things don't end up having an issue, because going to my doctor's office post-op is almost useless. So that's pretty much what's been going on the last week and a half. Playing email tag, trying to figure out what's going on. I did hear back from the person that I spoke to. I did say, like, I apologize again. I'm so sorry. Like, I hope you have a good week. And I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. I just want to get this sorted out. And they emailed me back and said, like, don't worry about bothering me. Like, it's fine. Email me if you need to. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm going to send an email and message this person who you're supposed to be getting back to you, and let them know to contact you today so that you guys can, like, get on the train, right? And unfortunately, the day is over, even though it's like, in California, it's already past the time when everything has been closed for the day. Their office is closed for the day, and I didn't receive an email. So I'm gonna wait and see if I get anything tomorrow, and then maybe I'll wait Monday, Tuesday. By Tuesday, if I do not hear anything, I'm gonna email back. And if I have to, possibly request a new PA. I am not trying to be rude. I really don't know this PA. When I emailed with them the first time, when we talked on the phone, they were awesome, and they seemed great, and whatever, and I don't know why, but all of a sudden they just stopped responding to me. And yeah, doesn't make me feel too great, but at least there is somebody that I can talk to and contact and let them know, like, hey, stuff's not being done and I don't have to feel bad about it. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. So I am waiting, as I always am. I'm waiting to hear back from somebody so that I can book a date. So hopefully, the next time I hear from somebody, it'll be possibly giving me options for dates, or somebody contacting me to say, hey, we're going to go over the books and see what is available for Chang and Safer at the same time, and we're going to email you back within this amount of time and let you know, and you can pick a date. But yeah, it's kind of what's been going on, and I don't just like, I'm fed up, but I'm also like not energetic enough or whatever to get super bent out of shape about it. I've been waiting almost 2 years now since my last surgery, and it's just one of those where it's like, this is nothing new to me. Is it okay? No. Is it Dr. Safer's fault? No. Is it his office's fault? No. The PA who should be keeping up with me, that's on them. And then the other things that have caused my surgery to not be booked in time or to be done, that's my GP's fault. 100%. So, I'll leave it at that. I did mention that I had a vascular scan. I might do a video about that because you will not believe what the doctor at my doctor's office put down as the reason why I needed to go in to get vascular scans done. When I have more time and I'm a little bit more, I've been tired. I found baby birds on my lawn that had fallen out of my barn and the nest was gone. So therefore they were just 2 baby birds that were naked, and they would have died. So I have brought them in. It was last week. I think on Thursday morning I found them. So they've almost been with me for a week now, and they are alive. They are getting bigger. At this point in time, they are fledglings, so they are no longer like nestlings. That means that they're around 12 to 13 days old-ish. The next 2 days, they will grow out of fledgling and turn into juveniles. I've been hand feeding them, and they have to eat every hour, basically 16 hours a day. They go to sleep around 10 o'clock. This is the last time they get fed, and then usually around 5:30 in the morning they get fed. So that has been my life for the last week, and from what I've researched, they will need to stay with me for probably another 2 weeks or so. I will have to start taking them outside to get used to outside. I have a dog cage, so I've decided that I'm going to bring that outside and take the plastic tray out so that they kind of like peck around in the grass, get used to being outside. And then at some point I can open the cage door and see if they'll fly out. I've also situated a birdhouse that I'm going to put out in one of the trees close to the house that is more secure and enclosed. I made a door. It was a bird feeder, but I made a door for them to go in, and I'm hoping that when I release them, either they might use that as their home, or they'll be able to find a safe place and whatnot. They're starting to flap their little wings and attempt to fly. If I lift them up in the air like this in my hand, their little wings start going. So yeah, I think they're gonna try to fly soon, maybe hop around a bit type thing. So maybe my next video, maybe I'll do a video and show you. I don't know if anyone's interested. Not too sure what kind of birds they are. I'm on the verge of thinking that they're blackbirds, because that's the only bird that I've seen really go into the area where their nest has been. but there's a lot of robins around my house. And at this point, their feathering is more of a gray color, and there's a little bit of gradient difference in the wing tips, but I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. I'm waiting for the feathers to come in and some coloring a little bit more, but that's what I've been doing for the last week, and that's kept me pretty busy and pretty tired, to be honest. I know it doesn't sound like much, but taking like 15 minutes out to feed baby birds every hour for 16 hours out of my day, it's been quite exhausting, but you know, I could not just walk away from two naked little baby birds on the ground that were still alive. And now they are chirpy little fuzzballs that love to eat and poop constantly. So at least I've been able to keep myself busy with that, so I'm not too busy waiting and worrying about when I'm going to hear back about things. But I'll do another video, talk about the other health stuff that I've been doing. Some of it kind of relates to phalloplasty in a way. Some does not. And then I'll also show you the baby birds next time. They'll be a little bit bigger than they are right now. But yeah, you'll love them. They're cute. Trust me. Anyhow, I'll let y'all go. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. If you don't feel comfortable commenting publicly, you can always go to Instagram at holy shit, my bad. At trans_fellas, and you can shoot me a DM there, and I usually respond pretty quickly. I try to check the page every day, if not every couple days. So yeah, you can always feel free to hit me up there if you don't feel comfortable publicly commenting or having a conversation in the comments. But anyhow, I hope everybody has a great rest of their week. The weekend is coming up. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I will chat at you all later. Take care. Peace.